Hey, my name is Phil with legitmarketingreviews.com, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the best cheap web hosting platform on the internet, and that is with Rootpal. Now, in this Rootpal review, I want to show you exactly what Rootpal is, how it actually works, how to get set up, and by the end of this video you should know if Rootpal is right for you. And while they do have the best prices on the internet, they have an even better deal going on right now where you can actually get lifetime access to Rootpal for just one price. And if you want to check that out, I've actually left a link in the description to go check out that deal. So first of all, what is Rootpal? They are a web hosting company. They provide hosting for so many different websites all around the world, and they do offer all of the no-frills solutions plus some goodies for such a low price. And you will expect to get things like 30 days worth of backups, all the different types of website installers. You also have a control panel where you can monitor all of your different things. You get unlimited traffic. You can also create email addresses and so many different other features. So what I'm actually going to do is jump behind the screen and show you how to get set up with Rootpal. Okay, so let's start off first of all at the Rootpal website. Basically what I want to do is show you some of the different services they have, then I'm going to go into the pricing, then I'm going to show you their current lifetime deal. So if you go to the Rootpal website, you will notice they offer so many different types of web services, right? They've got WordPress type of hosting, which we're going to be going through today. They also have reseller and agency hosting plans as well. Then they have different type of hosting for different types of VPSs, dedicated servers, all that sort of good stuff, depending on how much power you need. Maybe this is something you want to look at. And also, if you're looking for things like a cloud PC, they also offer those. So they do offer many services inside of Rootpal, which is amazing. If you want to check out some other types of things on Rootpal, I've left a link in the description. But what we're going to be focusing on today is actually WordPress. It's what they're mainly used for. And if we look at their plans, you can see the crazy low prices they have here. They've got $4 for 2 websites. They've got $7 for 10 websites and $10 for 25 websites. Now, keep in mind there is these 3 different plans because it is going to coexist with the lifetime deal, which I'll show you in a moment. But what you get with each plan is 30 days of backup. You also get free lifetime SSL, which is a protection certificate basically for your website. It's where you have the HTTPS, where it's got the gold padlock on your URL. Then you've also got things like WordPress cloning, auto upgrades. You've got a toolkit. You can also get unlimited visitors, which a lot of platforms don't actually allow. And you also get 20 gig, and this is all just for the $4 plan. And if we come down, you can also see the different types of features you will get. You get things like a dedicated IP. You also get full backups, advanced security, DDoS protection, SSD hard drive so it's nice and fast, managed support, website monitoring, CMS auto installer, unlimited traffic, and of course root access. So there's a lot of things you get for such a low price. So keep in mind we have startup, grow, and scale. If you go to the lifetime deal, which I once again have linked in the description, this is the deal you will see. And for $100, you can actually get, once again, 20 gig of website space, 2 websites, unlimited traffic, and all of the other goodies they're talking about. So basically, the $100 price is what you're going to get lifetime access to for the startup plan. So if you had this for like less than a couple of years, you're already going to get your money's worth, which is pretty amazing. But one thing they don't really mention on this little part here is you can actually buy multiple codes. If you scroll down a little bit, you can also see it here. 1 code is going to give you 2 websites like I showed you before. 2 codes is going to give you 10 websites, which coexist with the Grow plan. And then finally 3 codes is going to give you 25 websites and 100 gig of storage, which is the Scale plan. So think about it this way. For 3 codes, I believe it's going to be $300. You can have 25 websites and 100 gig of storage for life. So it's absolutely incredible. And to actually get access to those codes, when you go to checkout, you can see quantity here and you can upgrade it to 3, which is going to allow you to get the 3 codes for life. So once you actually get started with it, I've already gone ahead and purchased it, but I'll show you basically what you can expect. Now, when you actually go to redeem your code, it will send you to this page here. Now, what you want to do is you can see it's for $500. It's a little bit confusing, but don't worry, just know you're on the right track. What you want to do is click on order now, and then it's going to ask you what kind of domain you want to use for your Rootpal account. Now you can either register a new domain with Rootpal if you wish. You could type it in here and search it. You could also transfer your domain from another domain registrar. So if you've purchased it and you want it to be hosted on Rootpal, or else there's the last choice, which is using your existing domain and updating your name service, which is actually what I've done. To do that as well, it's really easy to do. I'll show you in a second. Basically what you want to do in here is type in a website. So for example, I'll just put in this one like that because it's already there to go. So let's just say it's this email. I'm going to go ahead and click use. It's going to take you to the next step. Now, if you are someone that already has a website and you don't want to do the migration, which I'm going to show you how to do manually later anyway, you can actually get them to do it for up to 2 websites for $20. It's the cheapest migration you'll ever see on life. So if you want to do it, you can also do that there. But for this example, what you want to do is choose the closest sort of data center to your current location or where you're trying to serve your customers. It's like, as my customers are mainly US, I have mine on a US data server. If, say, you're in Asia, you can use the Asian one like so. Anyway, choose the one you want, go ahead, click on continue, and then it's going to ask you for your AppSumo code, which you can actually put in, and then you can go ahead and get started. It's going to take the value to 0, and then you can go ahead and get into it. So what I'm actually going to do is continue. Once you actually get started, this is the page you are going to see. Once again, I'm on the WordPress startup plan, the AppSumo lifetime deal. So that's all good to go. One thing to note though is the hosting information. If you are wanting to do the name server thing and keep your domain on the domain registrar, you want to have these 2 name servers here, and it's actually really easy to do. I'll show you my domain here that I'm actually going to be showing you this example on. It's healthideas.co, and if you come down to the name service tab, you will see here custom DNS, and these are the two name servers that they've actually given me, like so. So I just copy and paste the name service, don't worry about the number. And it is going to take potentially up to a day. It's usually a lot quicker, but just know if you do swap it to Rootpal, it is going to take a little bit of time, at least a few hours. But then once it's all ready to go, you'll know by actually going to the website. It won't have anything, or it'll have a blank website, which we're going to create soon. So once that's all done, what you want to do is now click on to log in to Plesk Desk. This is going to be your cPanel. You're going to be sent an email, which is going to ask you to send to create a password, I should say, and it's going to give you your login details. So I'm going to go ahead and log in anyway. And now here is our back office. So I'm already logged in once, so I'll reload this actually. So that disappears. But here is our back office. Now what I'm going to do is give you a quick walkthrough of the back office, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a WordPress website and show you how everything works. So on the left here, we've got our websites and domains. You can actually add in another domain. You can create subdomains. You can also create aliases if you wish. We've also got here on the left the mail. So this is where you're going to actually create email addresses. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later on. Next, we've got applications, and inside here, there's a few things that you have, things like scanning if there's been any issues with your PHP, anything like that. To be honest, you won't usually go into the applications tab that much. Just letting you know it's here. You've also got your files, so if you're going to go ahead and create a website, you can see all of the information inside of here. We've also got databases, if you know about SQL databases, things like that. Most people wouldn't have to worry about it. We've also got statistics, which is going to tell you how your disk is going basically and how your traffic is. Next, we've got users, if you want to have more than one user in your account. Then we've got account, which is all your personal details. And then we've got WordPress, which is going to be where you can actually list your WordPress websites. And it's going to tell you all about the websites inside of here, right? Themes, plugins, things like that. And then finally, we've got the SEO toolkit, which personally I haven't played around with yet. But it's going to basically give you site audits. It's going to check your ranks, your competitors, and all that sort of good stuff, right? So what I'm going to do right now is show you how easy it is to actually install WordPress. Now, if you are someone that already has a WordPress website, I'll also teach you a little plugin that you can actually migrate your entire website for free. So it's really cool. But basically what we want to do is go ahead and create a WordPress website. So what you want to do is come down to Softaculous. Now, Softaculous is the sort of generic website builder for installing basic scripts. So you want to come to WordPress, click on install. Now it's going to ask you for some login information. So it's going to have your domain here by default. It's always going to randomly put in the WP. Some installers leave it there for Softaculous, but I recommend going ahead and deleting it. You don't want the WP there. Then you want to come down, you want to name your website. So I'm going to call this Health Ideas, site description, helping you live a happy life. As you can see, I've already done this before. And you want to choose your administration name. So I'm just going to put administration, password. You obviously want to put in a password. I'm going to actually be deleting this account afterwards because I have a separate one where I'm going to be hosting my websites, just obviously for security reasons. And then you want to put in your administration. You want to put in your administration email address, right? Then you want to come down and go ahead and click install. Just before we continue, the admin email, highly recommend using a free email account, something like Gmail, Hotmail. So if something happens to your domain or hosting, it's like you always have access to your email. Just something I've found out that's helped over time. So now you want to go ahead, come to the bottom, click on install, and we're going to go ahead and create a brand new WordPress website, which we'll be able to log into and actually start customizing. So in a matter of seconds, we have the new website. If we go ahead and click on it like so, it's just going to load. Now it's going to come up with this straight away. This basically means it hasn't got a SSL certificate yet. We're going to go ahead and create one soon, but click on advanced, click on proceed to healthyideas.co or whatever your website is, and you're going to see your brand new website. So here we are, WordPress is logged in, everything is good to go. Now if we come back to our client area and log back into the Plus control desk, I'm actually going to leave this one open and this one open. What we want to do is we want to actually install an SSL certificate. And to do that, it's actually really easy. Now you can see here under security, domain not secured. What we want to do is click on domain not secured. And we want to go ahead and click on install free Let's Encrypt certificate. It's really easy to do. So you just want to come in here, put in your email address. You can check these things if you wish, like your webmail. So every time you get an email, it's going to be secured as well. You can actually check all of these if you wish. But everything looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead, click it, get it free. That's good. And it's not going to take long at all. It should be done in a matter of moments and your website will then be secure. Just keep in mind, if you do go and look back at your website now, there's a good chance your cookies in your browser are actually set to not secured. So you might have to either refresh it, empty your cookies, or check it on a different browser to make sure it works. So now that that is done, one plugin that I actually recommend you use to make sure that it does stay protected, if you come to plugins on your website, click on add new, you want to add in a free plugin called Really Simple SSL. And what it's going to do is make sure it is protected now with the new SSL certificate that you've just got. So go ahead and install that, and that's just going to ensure that everyone sees that it is protected. So that's an easy one right there. Now that that is loaded, you will see this page here, almost ready to migrate to SSL. Go ahead and activate SSL, and it may ask a few more questions like so. So I'll quickly log in. And now we can see there is a few little issues here, which you can actually go and have a look at, but it actually looks like everything is good to go. Your SSL is now activated. They're just trying to upsell you to other bits and pieces, but your website's good to go, so it's now protected. Now, you can go ahead and start customizing your website as you would with any normal WordPress. You can go ahead and turn off all these bits and pieces if you wish, but that's the website ready to go. If I actually go to the website, this is it here. It's just a blank WordPress website. So if I go back, this is where you can actually start customizing it, obviously using things like themes and plugins and everything like that. So what I'm actually going to show you now is a free plugin if you already have an existing WordPress website and you're wanting to change hosting. And what I recommend you do is actually do this first, because you need to actually download an entire backup of your website and then you want to transfer it to Rootpal. So what you want to do is come to plugins, click on add new, and you want to look up a free plugin once again called All-in-One, and it's going to be called All-in-One Migration. It should be the first one that pops up. Yep, it is here. So I'm going to go ahead, click on install, and you can go ahead and click on activate. Now this plugin is a very powerful plugin because you can download an entire backup and you can take it onto your hard drive, create a new WordPress website, and you can actually upload it and make it live, and it's going to go ahead and change all the databases and everything based on the new WordPress website. So it's such a time saver, right? So what you want to do is in your existing website, go ahead, go into export and download a backup file. Real simple to do, go export to file, and it's going to start downloading, and then once it's downloaded, it's going to go into your hard drive. And then once you've actually created your new WordPress website following these steps inside of this video, if you go back and actually change the name servers and then you go ahead and install a brand new website, what you want to do is then go to import, and I'm going to show you as I've already actually done this on a different hosting. So I'm going to go ahead and import a file. If I go to downloads, here it is here. This is what it should look like, and I'm going to go ahead and start importing this website. And as you can remember what it was, if I go to the website, once again, it's actually now secure as well, which is really cool. You will see this is the current website, and then once this import is finished in about maybe 3 minutes, I'll show you what it now looks like. So I'll pause the video and show you what happens. Okay, so the website import has been completed. The final step before it actually goes live is clicking on proceed here. So go ahead, click on proceed. It's only going to take a couple of seconds and then this website will be ready to roll. So as you can see, restoring files, databases, and we're all good to go. So once again, here is the existing website. If I go here to click on reload, you will see now that we actually have a completely different website. So this is just a standard Divi website I created for this example. So there we go, there it is. Just keep in mind, if you did import from a different hosting domain, it is going to retain, if you did use this plugin, it's going to retain the old username and password on the other hosting, so make sure you use that. But that's all good to go. So we've got now our website loaded. We've got our SSL certificate loaded. What I'm going to do is show you quickly how you can actually add in mail. Now, if you are migrating from mail, just make sure you copy the mail file in File Manager, download and upload it to this File Manager, but it's really easy to do. Click on create new email address. Go ahead and create a name, so you can call it admin, you can call it hello, in my example you can call it Phil, something like that. Create a password, so this can be whatever you want it to be, right? Something you can remember, and you just got to write it twice, like so. And you can just leave it as unlimited, you can leave everything there. It's really easy to do, just click on OK on create, and then it's going to go ahead and create you a brand new email address. Simple as that. And let's say you wanted to actually edit this email, you wanted to put it onto your like phone apps. If you had like a phone mail app and you wanted to get your emails there, just come to this eye, click on the eye and click on manual setup, or one of these two if you actually have those ones ready, things like iOS mail or things like that. But you can do the manual setup and just use these different types of settings, right? So there's your mail server, there's your mail username, sorry, mail server. And then you've also got all the info you really need. It's basically straightforward. You just need your mail username, mail server, and your password, and then you can add it. And yeah, so there's mail to your account. But apart from that, everything's good to go, right? You've got your website done, your SSL's done now, you've got your emails going. Everything else is all good to go. You're going to have 30 days of backup, and yeah, it's a really straightforward, really easy experience. Once again, if you want to learn more about your dashboard and what you can actually do with it, there's things like Take the Tour, which is going to teach you all about it. And then you can go ahead and check on things like your statistics, and you can always update everything from your WordPress dashboard. So that's basically it. That's how you get set up with Rootpal. Now I have got 20 gig of storage. I've got lifetime access to this hosting. Depending on what plan you are, you can have X amount of websites, but I'm super impressed. What I'm actually going to do right now is jump behind the camera one more time. I just want to talk about a few extra things. Okay, so that was Rootpal. That's how you get set up with it. It's extremely easy to do, especially if you just follow these steps in this video. It's not going to take long at all. This video is less than 15 minutes and it's actually got set up nice and quick. Now, just to let you know, I have actually reached out to support to see what they are like, and they do reply reasonably quick. I think it was less than 30 minutes to get a response and help out with any of these issues. I was just trying to get a response to see how long it takes. So just to let you know, the support is very good. They're very nice and kind as well. I had some very good customer support assistance. But apart from that, that's Rootpal. I believe it is the best cheap web hosting platform on the internet. These guys are going to stick around as well. They've only just started. They've got so much good stuff happening for them. And once again, if you want to get the lifetime deal, make sure you use the link in the description. I'm not sure how long the deal is going to stick around, so go ahead and check it out. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this Rootpal review. If you have, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet, make sure you click subscribe. I've got some amazing videos coming out in the near future, and I'd love for you to check them out. That's it from me. I'll see you on the next video.